Good day, everyone. So today we're going to discuss the biogeographical evidence for evolution, which provides crucial insights into how species have evolved over time and adapted to their new environments. So first of all, what is biogeography? Biogeography is the study of the distribution of the species and ecosystems in geographic space and through geological time. It helps us understand how various factors such as climate, geography, and historical events influence the distribution of organisms. So going back to our last lessons, historical context about Darwin's insights. It says here that Charles Darwin's observations during the voyage of the HMS Beagle led to groundbreaking insights into biogeography. He noted that the distribution of species suggested common ancestry, particularly in isolated regions like the Galapagos Islands, where species had evolved distinct traits despite shared origins. So it says here that by the observation of Charles Darwin, he noticed that some species evolve different traits kahit same silang origin, like same silang location, pero makaiba silang traits over time. Bakit kaya? So let's see. It says here that Darwin's concepts lay the foundation for understanding how environmental pressures and geographic isolation influence species divergence. His work established the significance of biogeography in evolutionary theory, suggesting that the patterns of species distribution provide critical evidence for evolution. So, bakit nga they have different traits if they're at the same location? It says here that the environmental pressures and geographic isolation influence species divergence. So that's the reason bakit sila makaiba ng traits. Dahil lang sa environmental pressures and geographic isolations. Okay, so now I'm going to discuss the phylogenetic trees and evolution. So when we say phylogenetic trees, syempre, we're not talking about yung mismong trees that we see outside. When we say phylogenetic trees, we talk about the graphical representation. Like, it's like a graph. I will show you later. It's like a graph that is representing or pwede to see the relationship among species and their evolution over time. They depict how various organisms diverge from common ancestors over time, it says here. So a rooted tree, it says here that it reveals a singular lineage leading to modern descendants, while an unrooted tree illustrates relationships without specifying a common ancestor. These trees serve as essential tools in systematics to track evolutionary history and biodiversity. So we have two kind of trees. We have the rooted tree and the unrooted tree. Sa unrooted tree, we can see the relationships kahit makaiba silang ancestor. Like they don't have the same ancestor. Like you can see the relationship of species. Unlike sa rooted tree, they have a singular lineage leading to modern descendants. Yan. So next is understanding the structure of phylogenetic trees. So like we said kanina, rooted phylogenetic trees illustrate evolutionary history of a common ancestor represented at the base, highlighting specific branching points for lineages. So it says here also that the branch point is the point where splits occur. In contrast, unrooted trees present a network of relationships without indication of a common ancestor, focusing instead on connections among species. Both types are crucial for understanding evolutionary relationships. So, ayan, now I'm going to show you the illustration that I was talking about kanina. We can see here the root, and now I'm going to talk about the branch points and taxa. These are the key components. So branch points in a phylogenetic tree indicates where lineages diverge from a common ancestor, signifying evolutionary pathways. Taxa are groups of organisms sharing a common ancestry, while sister taxa stem from the same branch point, while a polytomy represents unresolved relationships among multiple lineages. So you can see here sa illustration, that's the sister taxa and the stem from the same branch point. And also we can see here sa right side, the polytomy, where it's unresolved relationships among multiple lineages. And we can also see here the branch point, where split occurs. Okay, so understanding evolutionary connections. The basal taxa represents early diverging lineages in a phylogenetic tree, highlighting ancient evolutionary history, and sister taxa arising from a single branch point, showing closely related organisms that share a recent common ancestor. Emphasizing divergence, both concepts critically illustrate the relationship and evolutionary pathways among various taxa. Okay, so lastly, we have the phylogenetic relationships among domains. So it says here that phylogenetic trees illustrate the evolutionary relationship among the three domains of life: bacteria, archaea, and eukarya. These trees highlight a common ancestor from which various lineages diverge, demonstrating how distinct groups evolved over time. This representation aids in understanding the complexity of life's interconnectedness and the shared ancestry of diverse organisms. And that's it for my part. And now it's going to be Carol. Thank you, guys.
Now, i-discuss ko ang significance of species. Species is crucial for understanding evolutionary processes. It reveals how organisms adapt different environments over time and offer insight into historical biogeographical events, such as the breakup of Pangaea. Distinctive distribution patterns provide evidence of evolutionary relationships, demonstrating how closely related the species can exhibit verifying traits and in response to environmental processes. So sabi, ang species daw is crucial siya para maintindihan and yung evolutionary processes niya. So sabi na ang species din is mahalaga siya para sa pag-unawa na at sa iba't ibang proseso ng iba't ibang evolutions. So sabi na inaangkop din ng mga organisms ang iba't ibang kapaligiran, or for example is yung isang organisms, inaangkop niya yung organisms na yon sa isang kapaligiran din. Kumbaga, naaayon yung organisms na yun kung saan niya ilalagay, kung saan niya i-base yung sa kapaligiran. And sa paglipas ng panahon, inaangkop ng isang organisms ang isang kapaligiran na naayon sa paglipas o pagdaan ng panahon. Next naman is the constructions phylogenetic trees. So, methodological for tree constructions. makikita nyo naman sa pictures kung ano yung paleogenetic trees. So, yun yung kumbaga isang tree na may iba't ibang sanga or maraming sanga. So, paleogenetic trees are constructed using several methodologies, including morphological analysis, behavioral traits, and genetic comparison. So, ayan, ang paleogenetic trees daw is hindi lang siya basta trees. Kumbaga, constructed siya using several methodologies like morphological analysis, behavioral traits, and genetic comparison. Scientists utilize DNA sequences to highlight similarities across genomes, which can be based on whole genomes or specific genetic markers, aiding in the understanding of evolutionary relationships among species. Ginagamit daw ng mga scientists ang pagkakasunod-sunod ng DNA upang i-highlight yung mga magkakatulad sa mga genome. Kumbaga, yun yung DNA yung ginagamit nila upang malaman nila yung pagkakatulad ng mga iba't ibang genome. Kumbaga, para malaman nila kung saan nila ilalagay yung genome na yun. Tapos, maaari ding nakabatay sa buong genome o mga particular na genetic marker na tumutulong sa pag-unawa sa mga relasyon sa evolutions ng mga species. So, paleogenetic trees, balikan natin, yung paleogenetic trees is paleogeny or evolutionary tree siya. It is a graphical presentation which shows the evolutionary history between a sets of species or taxa during specific times. For example, taxon na lang. Sa taxon A and sa taxon B. So, yung taxon A and taxon B, may arrow siyang nakaganyan. And then, dun sa gitna nun is may common ancestors of A and B na nakalagay. Tapos, sa gitna nun yun, may arrow pa siya pababa, and then may kadugso pa siya na taxon C dito. Taxon A, B, C, and then yung A and B, may magkadugsong siya, which is, yung sa pagitan nun is common ancestors of A and B, tapos, may guhit pa siya bababa, papunta sa taxon C, and then dun sa gitna noon, papunta sa taxon C is, yun na yung root node of common ancestors ng A, B, and C. Kumbaga, dugsong-dugsong lang siya para maipaliwanag ng maayos kung paano siya nagawa or kung paano siya naganap. So, ang next naman is analyzing morphological and genetic data. Evolutionary investigations focus on two types of evidence, morphologic and genetics. So, understanding evolutionary relationship through comparison. Comparative analysis of morphological and genetic data reveals significant insight into evolutionary relationships among organisms. So, sabi, ang paghahambing daw or yung pagsusuri ng morphologicals at ng genetic data ay nagpapakita siya ng isang kabuuan or ng makabuluhang pananaw sa mga evolutionary relationships ng isa or ng iba't ibang organisms. Ganon siya. Morphological traits provides physical context while genetic information unravels underlying similarities and differences at a molecular level. These combinations aids in constructing traits. Polygenetic traits are reflects through evolutionary lineage and divergence. So, ayan nga, yung combinations na yun is tumutulong siya sa pagbuo ng rate ng paleogenetic trees na nagpapakita ng tunay na evolutionary lineage at divergence. So, ganun siya. Next is systematics as a backbone of evolutionary classifications. Systematic is a scientific discipline dedicated to organizing biological diversity based on evolutionary relationships. It integrates data from fossils, anatomy, and molecular genetics to construct paleogenes. By classifying organisms according to shared characteristics and ancestry, systematics provides a framework for understanding the tree of life and the interconnectedness of various species. Sabi daw, yung scientific na disiplina na nakatuon sa pagsaayos ng pagkakaiba-iba ng biogeographical is nakabatay siya sa mga relationship ng isang relations ng ang isang evolutions. Kumbaga, pinagsasama-sama nito ang mga data mula sa fossils, anatomy, molecular genetics, upang makabuo sila ng mga paleogenes, ganon. Pinagsasama-sama nila yun para makabuo sila ng isang paleogenes o paleogenes. Sa pamamagitan daw ng pagsusuri ng mga organisms na yon is nakapagbabahagi sila ng katangian or nakakabuo sila ng paleogenes. Nagbibigay din sila ng balangkas para sa pagbuo or pag-unawa ng puno na yon, ng paleogenetic trees nga na yon, para mabuhay at pagkakaugnay yun ng iba't ibang uri ng hayop. So, ganun ngayon, explain ko kanina na may kanya-kanya siyang arrow kung saan siya nakamula or kung saan siya nakapaloob. Ganun siya. Next naman is anatomy and genetics. Anatomy and genetics are windows to evolutions. Anatomy and genetics provides crucial evidence in determining evolutionary relationships among organisms. By analyzing structural similarities in genetic sequences, scientists can relate accurate paleogenetic trees that represents evolutionary lineage. These integrations of morphological and molecular data allows for a comprehensive understanding of how different species are interconnected, such as data can reveal patterns of evolutions and adaptations, shedding light on the history of life on Earth. So, yun nga, yung anatomy at genetic makeup ay nagbibigay siya ng mahalagang katibayan sa pagtukoy o pagbuo o paghahanap ng evolutionary relationships sa mga organisms. Kumbaga, sa pamamagitan ng pagsusuri sa pagkakatulad-tulad ng mga structures at pagkakasunod-sunod ng mga genetics na tinutukoy nga doon sa sinabi ko kanina, ang mga scientists is maaari din silang lumikha ng mga tama, like magiging healthy yung punong paleogenetic na kumakatawan sa yung evolutionary na line. Yun, kumbaga, yung tinatawag na lineage. Next naman is ongoing research in paleogenetics. Current research in paleogenetics continuously refines our understandings of evolutionary relationships. As new species are discovered and genetic analysis techniques improve, paleogenetic trees are updated, reflecting these advancements. Scientists employ both morphologics and genetics morphologies to uncover deeper insights into species connections, impacting the tree of life dynamically. Gawin pa yung research kung paano nila maiintindihan yung iba pang evolutionary relationship sa bagay na yon. So, ayun, yun lang naman siya, and doon lang nagmi-mix yung report namin. Kumbaga, yung sa akin is, about lang siya sa kung paano nagagawa or kung paano tutukoy ng mga scientists yung nakapaloob or yung nilalaman kung ano yung paleogenetic trees. So, gano'n naman siya. And, yun lang, this is our report. Thank you po.